Hey, today I want to talk to the dads out there. This is from me to you, and this is something I want you to think about. You know, I worked very hard, and it's very difficult. They say something like 85% of people who start small businesses usually fail within a few years. And, I've been through the process of starting businesses and them not working out for various reasons. And sometimes it's not that you don't have a good business idea or things are not selling. It could be other things. It could be your lease or where you're doing business being, sold to somebody else or becoming too high or going out of business if you're in a mall or that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things. But to get back to my point, I was a person that had gone through that, and I had finally, because a person had given me some inside tips on running this a particular kind of business. I was doing well. The business I was making a full-time income. There was no reason to look at going back working full-time job because I was making more than my full-time job in the past. And my daughter was born. My daughter was a child with special needs. She would cry for hours on end, and you put her to sleep. She'd wake up maybe half an hour later and yell and scream for 5 or 6, 7 hours. And I started to feel like, wow, I have to become a stay-at-home dad. I have to stay home and take care of my daughter, who had problems. And what happened is that, you wonder sometime like, wow, I have to give up my business. I can't be as productive. I can't do what I used to do in my business. It took me so hard to build it up. And now, things are looking pretty shaky because, you have to be your dad first. Well, fast forward 19 years later, my daughter is one of the most important assets to my business. She does a lot of the content creation, research, and preps everything for me, even as far as the marketing and development. So I'm saying all this to say that dads, never underestimate your children, never underestimate the value, realize that they are the future generation. And, you know, if you feel it's a sacrifice, it's not really a sacrifice because what happens is that you put into your children and you'll see that it comes back to you. So this is just something I want other dads to think about, other black men to think about. Don't walk away from your kids, even if it's it may be pulling you in a different direction. Be that dad first, be there for them first, and it'll work out well for you in the long run. Thank you, and I hope this is something that resonates with you. Thank you.